Yo, what's going on, guys? Bush back at it with another video covering the Steam Winter Sale. We have done under 10, under 5, under 3, and now one step further, under $2 games. And, Steam is just loaded that even if you go under $2, there's like a billion games you can pick up. So we've got a decent bit, but as the previous videos and as I've been mentioning, barely scratching the surface. So let's get right into it. Let's start things off with Mirror's Edge and Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Mirror's Edge 2008, actually, it released in January of 2009 on PC. Back then on PC, you were getting a lot of delayed releases, but Mirror's Edge, the original, I thought was a fantastic game. I love the parkour gameplay. I know a lot of people did like their pacifist playthroughs and things like that. The game was just really well done. Back in the day, I do know people had their issues with it being $60, being like a 7-hour game, or however long it was. I know people had various playtimes. I think a lot of people have finished it way quicker than that. But nonetheless, now you're paying $2. It's a super unique game. There's really not a lot of games out there like it, and it's a really well-designed game, and I enjoyed it. And I even enjoyed Catalyst. Did I think it was at the level of Mirror's Edge 08? No, but I still thought it was a pretty decent game, especially when you're paying $1.99 for it. Yeah, I would say, hell yeah, check it out. The visuals in this game still hold up really well, and it's not like it's super old or anything like that. It's 7.5 years old, but yeah, it looks very, very good from a visual standpoint, but $1.99 for that, great pickup there as well. Next up, we have Murdered Soul Suspect, 90% off for $1.99. Now, this was actually published by Square Enix, and I remember for whatever reason, I don't know what possessed me at the time, but I spent like full price on this game. I guess I just thought, back in 2014, like you're talking about me being like 17 years old, and I don't have money like that, but for some reason, I decided, yo, I got $50 to spend on Murdered Soul Suspect, and for some reason I did it. Is it worth $50? Absolutely not. But for $1.99, it is worth it. It's a really, really interesting narrative-driven mystery title. Not super lengthy, has some supernatural elements, but the ambiance of the game is really strong and has some cool thematics to it. I would not pay anything more than like $5 for it, but for $1.99, I would say check it out. I think it's a game that a lot of you guys are going to find rather interesting. Very much focused on like exploration and whatnot, so don't expect anything super action-heavy, but for $1.99, pretty good there. Next up, we got the Orange Box, 90% off for $1.99. You got Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Episode 2, Portal, and Team Fortress 2. Well, Team Fortress 2 is in there, but it's a free-to-play game, as you guys know. Really, you're getting Half-Life 2, Episode 1 and 2, and then Portal. I wanted to mention the Orange Box because, like, this is just so iconic. Like, obviously, if you want the Valve stuff, I would just get the Valve Complete Pack. How much is that? $14.33. You get that. You get a Half-Life Complete for $3.94. But yeah, Half-Life 2 is awesome, and you get more content there as well. Portal 1 is awesome as well. Maybe we'll get a Half-Life 3 before we call it in this lifetime of ours, but who knows if that'll be happening. Next up, we got Prince of Persia 2008, 80% off for $1.99. Also, let's give a shout to Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. This is 80% off for $1.99. These are wildly different games, so, you know, Prince of Persia 2008, I really enjoyed. Now, the game is, like, just insanely easy. This is one of the easiest games you'll ever play, but you really don't play it for like the difficulty in its action gameplay. You play it for the awesome visual style, this watercolor look that is just aged incredibly gracefully. I thought the game was really good. I thought the story was decent. I thought the platforming was actually pretty good. Combat is fine, but it is a super easy game. But I think from a visual standpoint, it's aesthetically so pleasing that for $1.99, it's pretty good. And then Sands of Time is $1.99. Yo, kiss the dreams of the remake goodbye. Okay, to be perfectly honest, fingers crossed that it actually comes to fruition, but I don't have a lot of high hopes for that, and Ubisoft with games going in development hell, you've seen stuff like Beyond Good and Evil 2, you've seen stuff like Skull and Bones, which actually is finally coming out. I mean, it's coming out in February, and it seems like that has disaster written all over it, but we'll see how that turns out. Sands of Time is a classic, and a lot of people consider it to be the best Prince of Persia game ever released. Obviously, a bit dated at this point, but still, for $1.99, I think it's worth a look. Next up, we have Playdead's Inside, 90% off for $1.99. Playdead also did Limbo, another incredibly dark, atmospheric platformer, a puzzle platformer. It's a really, really well-designed game. It is obviously darker in terms of ambiance and style, but a really well-made game. For $1.99, I think it's great, and I feel like Inside gets less love than Limbo. Like, I feel like everybody and their mother has played Limbo, but Inside, I feel like that's not the case, but definitely do check it out. I believe one of the main developers for Inside also recently put out Cocoon, and Cocoon has been received really, really strongly. That's on my to-play list, but I'll get around to that eventually. Inside, $1.99 on that. Next up, Hotline Miami, 80% off for $1.99. Over the top, throwback action here. Pixel graphics, great soundtrack. Bloody as all hell, but it's pixel blood, so, like, I don't know. Like, you guys can deem that how you want to, but $1.99 for Hotline Miami is awesome, and certainly an easy recommendation in a game you can just pop in and have a good time with. I mean, maybe that is kind of ridiculous to say, given the style of game that Hotline Miami is, but really a game you don't have to take too seriously, and one that has an incredible presentation style and really enjoyable from a gameplay standpoint. Next up, we got Just Cause 2, 90% off for $1.49, following a similar tone to Hotline Miami in the sense of a game you don't have to take too seriously and you can jump in and just create some chaos. Just Cause 2, certainly not as good as Just Cause 3. It's a little bit dated in that sense, given that it did come out all the way back in 2010. Just Cause 3 was December of 2015, I want to say, so Just Cause 2 a little bit older than that, so it does show its age, but as an open-world, over-the-top action game, still pretty decent, especially at this price of $1.49. Next up, we got Metro 2033, Redux, also Metro Last Light Redux, both awesome single-player atmospheric first-person shooters. These games are just tremendous in terms of their atmosphere, their aesthetic, their visuals, incredibly engrossing from a narrative standpoint. The gameplay is fine, it's nothing blow away, but sound design, visuals, storytelling, those elements are just so well done. Redux versions also improve the visuals and whatnot, so definitely quite good for $1.99. Next up, we have Alice Madness Returns, 90% off for $1.99 as well. This game recently got pulled from Steam for a little bit. Seemed like that was an error or some licensing issues or whatnot. I played this way back when it came out, and I remember enjoying it as an action platformer. Definitely a darker tone on this one as well, but as an action game, and especially for this cheap, I think that might be something a lot of you guys find fascinating to check out. And then lastly, I do want to give a shout to Need for Speed Most Wanted. A lot of the Need for Speed games a little bit more expensive, you know, at that $3 to $5 range. I mean, that's what we're calling most expensive, or more expensive in this, in the climate of these Steam sales. But Most Wanted I thought was really good. Obviously, taking the name of the iconic Need for Speed Most Wanted, it's not similar in that regard, but it's an open world arcade racer, decent bit of content, and remembered enjoying this quite a bit as well. I actually played this on the PlayStation 3, then I played the PlayStation Vita version as well, believe it or not, and then I also played it on PC, so really ran the gamut of playing this game on various platforms, but as a racing game, it was fine. And if you're looking for a decent arcade racer for $1.99, like at this price point, I think it's a decent pickup. But you really can't go wrong with a lot of the Need for Speed games that are on sale. Like Heat, I actually think is the best deal, given the price point, the Heat Deluxe Edition. But yeah, Most Wanted at $1.99, not a bad price there either. But that will be doing it for me. Again, the Steam sale has been loaded with a lot of great deals here. We looked at deals under $2, so super cheap if you just have a couple bucks left in your wallet. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.